gonna go read this to y'all anyway because tomorrow I got a lot of shows to do tomorrow. This live show is gonna be before I have to go get back to playing the Division 2 for PlayStation. Let me see if I can go find this shit. This is today's news, folks. This is today's news that was from TJR Wrestling. Oh, there's some backstage news regarding on what the AEW talent are questioning a recent booking decision regarding Darren Matthews, aka William Regal. That's right, William Regal. There's a picture of him as MJF attacked him in the back with or probably in the neck or in the head with the brass knuckles. That William Regal was about to hand to him. Why would William Regal see? MJF just attacked this man. He attacked William Regal with his own brass knuckles. Why, Maxwell? Why don't you attack this man? This man's been in this game. Let me show you. Seriously, Maxwell. Seriously, Maxwell. William Regal has been in this business since the 80s. He's been putting in work for over 40 fucking years. He's been in this game for over 40 motherfucking years. He's been doing this since 1981, 1982. He's been doing this shit for years. Why'd you attack this man? Why would you do that? You hit the man with his own fucking weapons. This is what happens when you become a heel. You're a heel at your own part. You just as worse than Jay Cargill. You want to do something you want to attack people? Shit. Like, nigga, you're nothing but 26 motherfucking years old. You're attacking a man who's already in his 50s. Way older than all of us have been. Dude, this ain't worth putting yourself in that situation. You took advantage of this man. You just turned this man against the guys that the two guys that used to work for the WWE. Koyo Castagnoli, Jonathan Good, and Bryan Danielson. Okay? Jonathan Good would have told this man to run away, run far away, and never bother to fucking return. It's just like a Lion King scene, okay? It's just like Simba would tell Scar to leave and never return. I remember why. But this is what happens. Wait till I gotta go read this shit to find out what really happens here. How about I read to find out what you have done? Okay, Max. Why'd you do that? It says this shit here. The apparent departure. Oh, I can't even see this shit. The apparent departure of William Regal from AEW has led to some people within the company questioning a recent booking decision. Okay, now I gotta go read this shit about what happened from late this year regarding AEW Full Gear. Okay, never fucking mind my rant on why the other SSI check is gonna come. This is bigger than why the SSI check didn't even bother to fucking come in the mail today. Okay, this is bigger than this. Okay, I'm gonna read this here. At AEW Full Gear 2022, AEW Full Gear 2022's AEW Full Gear pay-per-view on November 19th of this year. Maxwell Jacob Friedman, whose real name is Maxwell Tyler Friedman. Okay, Maxwell Jacob Friedman, whose real name is Maxwell Tyler Friedman, who's better known as MJF, became the AEW World Heavyweight Champion after Lord William Regal turned on the champion, who had to be Jonathan Good, aka Jon Moxley. By sliding the brass knuckles, the dreaded brass knuckles, to MJF. While the referee wasn't even looking, the referee hasn't even seen a goddamn thing. MJF punched Moxley with the brass knuckles that William Regal was about to hand to Jon Moxley, but he just misfired it. But Regal just Regal just went fucking through the goddamn brass knuckles to MJF instead, and MJF picks up the fucking brass knuckles, the dreaded brass knuckles. Why the fuck did he did that shit? See, that happens with MJF. MJF is taking advantage of William Regal. No, everybody loves William Regal. No, everybody loves Regal. Okay, Regal was a good guy when he was a very good wrestler when he was in WCW. When he was Steven Regal, he was doing good when he was in WWE. When he was an exclusive superstar to them. Then he was already packaged as this. He was repackaged as the William Regal character. The William Regal character. Okay, it's history. In AEW, they respected him quick. They respected the hell out of William Regal in AEW. Now it's all became a turn for the worse. News what happens? While the ref was not even be able to look or see some shit. While the referee was never be able to be looking at that, referee did not see it. MJF punched Jon Moxley with those motherfucking goddamn brass knuckles. Hit him with these goddamn brass knuckles on his fist. On his fist. It's just like you use a 4-finger ring to fucking knock somebody out. It's a little violent and gory. On. Fucking walls are fucking dead. Man. Walls are fucking. This house is about to fall apart. I've been saying this for a while. Things need to be fucking fixed, but it costs a lot of fucking money. Niggas don't need to be working. Niggas don't work or fuck it. People go come in here and go start talking bad shit about this place. We go. Me and my cousin maybe start considering moving the fuck up out of this house one day so soon. But my cousin did not want to move because he's itching to keep this fucking place. Justin died of my aunt's death in 2021. One thing became more optional. My cousin knew where the positives are and knew where the negatives are. So we're gonna go into the shit. While the referee wasn't looking at what happened, MJF punched Moxley with the brass knucks on his fist. He pinned Moxley to become the new AEW World Heavyweight Champion of the world. The AEW World Heavyweight Champion. This is what happened with MJF. He was not even at the shows. He was not at the show he was not on Dynamite and Rampage because of the he wasn't even on the Dynamite taping, on the 22nd he wasn't even on the Dynamite taping. The 22nd, I'll tell you about the 22nd. He wasn't even there, because of the after the Full Gear taping. He was the next episode. He wasn't there. He was about to start filming filming a movie, like a motion picture movie. He's about to be filming a movie, like a motion picture movie. So, but he was about to be back around this past Wednesday. That's previous Wednesday, on the AEW Dynamite taping. That was November 30th. This is long before this entire month comes. That was next day was Thursday. I was about to be playing on the Division 2 again. So on a Thursday, so I was playing the Division 2 before I had to go watch the AEW Dynamite taping, and then I had to be done with the Dynamite taping. I had to come back in here to get on this laptop to fucking go on to JD's chat. So go on to JD's chat room. After how bad it's getting, when I found out why does MJF attack? Why MJF had to hit William Regal in the back of the motherfucking head with the brass knuckles. After he desecrated the AEW World Heavyweight title, he dumps it for fucking Burberry, like Triple B Burberry version of that AEW World Heavyweight title. Right after MJF said, the old version of it reminds him of the people of all the wrestlers that he had to battle. But he dumped it on ringside for the Triple B Burberry AEW World Heavyweight title. Tony Schiavone hates that fucking belt. He hates that Triple B Burberry belt. And Tony Schiavone, Tony Schiavone will say the Triple B belt sucks. That's what the Triple B belt. Tony Schiavone will say this on the mic. He said the Triple B belt sucks. He said the Triple B belt sucks. So let's jump into this thing. Wednesday, November 30th of this year on the Dynamite taping. That was prior to the shit that happened before Bryan Danielson had to go rush to his aid. Had rushed to William Regal's aid. And then runs out there with his boot on and his boot off. And then that's where MJF left. They had sent the trainers over there, and they had sent for the ambulance. They had to bring out the goddamn gurney bring out a gurney and a stretcher. They had to bring a fucking gurney out there. They had to bring out a motherfucking gurney out there. And they had to bring out a stretcher. They had to go put a fucking neck brace on Williams' neck. They had to put the neck brace on around Williams' neck. Bryan is already there, while the EMT people, the emergency medical technicians, are about to put the neck brace around Williams' neck. William was about to be rushed to a local hospital, so they had to go get him out of the ring. They had to stretcher him out of the fucking ring. Put him on. They had to get him on the gurney, put him on stretcher, and they're taking him out of the ring. They bring him to the back of the ambulance, and then Bryan had to get in the back of the ambulance with him, with William, with his boot on and his boot off. Bryan Danielson, one of the best wrestlers in my generation, hasn't even had a chance to go put his boots on. He had to go with one boot on and one boot off. It sucks so bad. He had to go in the hospital. He had to go get in the ambulance with Lord William Regal. And man's been putting so much work in for over 40 fucking years. He's been doing it since '82. That man's going straight to the hospital, and Brian had to go straight to the hospital with him. Sad, man. With Lord Regal by his side, it appeared that MJF and Regal were on the same page, with Regal possibly serving as a mentor slash manager of MJF. Especially, yeah, that's what he was serving as. MJF's mentor or manager. Probably not. It did not last long. It did not last that long. Okay. After MJF presented a new look Burberry AEW World Title that matches the scarves that he loves to wear, Maxwell decided to put the brass knuckles on his hand and hit Regal in the back with a punch. It was more of a forearm. Regal sold it like he was out as he lay motionless in the ring. Following Dynamite, it was reported that Regal was leaving AEW to go back to WWE and goes back to where they fired him. Where they fired him like previous January. Due to an out clause in his contract. In this week's edition of the Wrestling Observer newsletter, available via subscription, Dave Meltzer questioned the decision to use Regal in the MJF story, while noting, quote unquote, a lot of talent in AEW are also wondering why it was done that way. Why? There's more shit that had to be read. I can't understand putting so much heel steam to the point of being the point man in stealing the title on Regal when it was known by the key people by this point he was gone in a few weeks. I mean, story or not, the guy was leaving. A lot of talent has questioned that in the same way now that everyone knows that he's leaving. Now that everyone their mama knows that Regal is leaving AEW to go back to WWE. There's something going on. I don't think there's some things that are going to be happening. By mentioning the key people, quote unquote key people in the AEW, Meltzer is likely referring to, oh yeah, Tony Khan. Tony fucking Khan. Tony Khan, owner / president / general manager of All Elite Wrestling, who has the final say on all things creative. All things creative. There were likely other key people who knew about Regal leaving the company for a WWE return. I get that, man. I get this shit already. We're going to see what happens here. Let me go watch this motherfucker, man. Let me watch this 13-minute clip from AEW Dynamite that was from November 30th.
I know you people aren't very bright, but when the best wrestler on God's green earth is holding a microphone, you keep your hillbilly mouth shut. I would now like to tell you people how me and Mr. Regal's unholy union came to... How uncouth. How our unholy union came to be. You see, not too long ago, Mr. Regal sent me an email, and it was right after the firm had attacked me, and that email reads as follows. Maxwell, I watched on as the firm attacked you. It's become very clear you've grown weak.
I watched on.
I see all the potential in you to become not just a villain, but the greatest villain of our time. However, as I've said previously, you have much to learn. I'm willing to help you reach your true potential, but if you want to get the world title around your waist, this time you mustn't grab the dynamite ring. Instead, you must grab the brass one. Yours sincerely, Sir William Regal.
That's Wiggle.
It was after this email. Me and Mr. Regal met many a times behind closed doors, and I am not afraid to admit that this man is a genius. So I was more than apt to listen when he told me, Maxwell, at Full Gear, do not use your ring, use the brass knucks, because he did not simply want me to beat Jon Moxley, no. He wanted me to leave Jon Moxley with a lesson in the form of an emotional scar, so he would never forget the day he was outsmarted by MJF. Now let's talk about the firm, shall we? A lot of people want to know about the firm. MJF, what are you going to do? And to be honest, I kind of respect the firm. I kind of respect the firm. They saw a weakness in me, and like sharks smelling water, they attacked. I would have done the exact same thing. And let's be fair, even if I did harbor some resentment, Mr. Regal, do I really seem like the type to chase anyone down? I mean, that takes effort. And as you people know oh too well, effort is for poors like all of you. You see, I'm above that.
Last Wednesday.
I'm above. Let's talk about this belt, shall we?
Last Wednesday, I was in the chat. I talked with some members in the chat. One told me because MJF's a heel.
That I was gonna make change around here.
It's what he does.
Out with the old and in with the new. And that's precisely why whenever I look at this title, I kind of want a gag in my mouth. And that's not just because I'm in Indiana. No. It's because it desperately needs an upgrade. This belt is tacky. It lacks class. And to make matters worse, it reminds me of all the men who have held it previously. And if we're being honest with ourselves, sure, they were all talented in their own right, I guess, but I think we can all agree none of them are on my level. And that is specifically why this version of the title, much like all of you...
I'm just about to desecrate that thing. Oh, desecrate. It's a belt that MJF had desecrated. The previous AEW World Heavyweight title. Desecrated.
Mr. Regal, if you'd be so kind.
Then Wiggle unveils the Burberry AEW World Heavyweight title that matches the scarf that MJF wears every single show.
That's gorgeous. That's one of the worst things I've ever
That matches a fucking scarf. That matches a fucking scarf.
Desecrated our title.
That title matches the fucking scarf that MJF fucking wears.
All right, back it up.
It matches that fucking scarf that MJF wears.
Introduce to you the new and improved World Heavyweight Championship, the Triple B, the Big Burberry Belt.
Tony hates that belt too.
Well, the Triple B sucks. Okay, come on.
Tony hates that Triple B title. Tony hates that Triple B title, man. It sucks anyway, he says. I don't get why he said that. I get why he said Triple B sucks. He hates that title.
I'm the man holding it.
I don't get why. Some people did not like the title.
No one.
Taz likes the title. Oh boy.
No one deserves to be recognized as world champion except for me.
Before the betrayal. This is before the betrayal.
Not any of your overhyped, overrated.
This is before the betrayal.
You guys constantly push for fake tough guys like Eddie Kingston.
Uh-oh. They chant Eddie. They're chanting Eddie. Uh-oh. MJF's not feeling it.
Chant his name all you want. He will never be world champion. Fake tough guys like Ricky Starks. He's a fake star is what he is.
Ricky Starks, okay.
And speaking of fake, let's talk about the worst of the worst, the middest of the mid. Fake wrestlers like Bryan Danielson.
Bryan Danielson? Why go after Bryan Danielson? How the fuck you go after Bryan Danielson? He could have been wanting that title sooner.
No offense, in comparison to me, Bryan Danielson couldn't wrestle his way out of a goddamn paper bag.
Oh!
No
Oh!
offense, Mr. Regal. You tried everything you could. Some people just can't be helped. I'm talking here, Indiana. I know it's real difficult.
This is in Indiana at that time.
Speaking of people who can't be helped, here is now a message to everybody on my show, in my locker room, and on my roster.
Wow.
As long as I'm in this company, you will never know what it feels like.
MJF wants a roster just like his. MJF wants a roster like Tony Khan has. Jesus Christ.
Time. All the way, in fact, until the bidding war of 2024, where I will use Triple B as a bargaining chip to get the biggest money contract in the history of our business. I will make more money than any of you white trash.
You gonna go to WWE with that title?
Will see in your worthless, miserable lives. I just pray to God the right con foots the bill, and Lord knows I ain't talking about Tony.
You talking about Nicholas Khan and Triple H?
I'm talking about my boy, jolly old Saint Nick.
You talking about Nick Khan and Triple H?
And my other boy, the Game Trips.
These are two people that MJF have already shouted out through his promo. Why did Tony Khan let this man say something about Tony Khan? Why would Tony Khan let the fucking guy say something about Nicholas Khan and Triple H? You got a WWE chief executive co-chief executive officer. He shouted out WWE chief executive officer, co-chief executive officer Nicholas Khan, and WWE head of creative and talent relations Triple H. Why? Tony Khan needs to stop this boy from mentioning these fucking people. You know WWE does not want to work with fucking AEW.
There's an interesting amount of you who were over the moon when I became your world champion.
No, the WWE will not work well with AEW. That fucking period. No.
Because I have a feeling your happiness will soon turn to resentment because you people are fickle.
The Bryan Danielson
I am sick of MJF. He's so boring. He's so repetitive. All he does is talk. He never wrestles.
That guy pulled a Bryan Danielson. Why? Maxwell Friedman just pulled fucking Bryan Danielson pull. He pulled a Bryan Danielson pull. He pulled a Bryan Danielson angle.
Because you know who's going to keep tuning in every single week.
He pulled a Bryan Danielson angle. God damn you, Maxwell Tyler Friedman.
Off of me. you.
What?
During my
Those
long
pins?
and fruitful illustrious
Oh!
reign as world champion, Triple B will be defended very
The Triple B fucking belt sucks anyway. The Triple B belt fucking sucks.
I'm a special attraction. In order for you, disgusting pores, to see me defend my title, 9 times out of 10, you will have to reach into your pockets with the small amount of money that you have and buy a pay-per-view in hopes to see someone dethrone me. Newsflash, they won't. I am about to have a world title reign that will make Hulk Hogan, JBL, and Jeff Jarrett's.
Oh no! You talking about Hulk Hogan and JBL and Jeff Jarrett? Jeff Jarrett's in AEW now. JBL and Hulk Hogan's in WWE.
Bruno Sammartino roll in his shitty little grave.
Bruno Sammartino's been deceased. Why you gotta go shit his fucking shit on this man's good name? Come on, Max.
Gentlemen, you are now in the era
Yo, shit on JBL.
MJF and my reign of terror.
Fans already hate on JBL on WWE television because he had to go manage Baron fucking Corbin.
Oh, wait, Mr. Regal.
Hulk Hogan.
I almost forgot.
He's working under the fucking WWE Legends deal.
Please pipe down.
Oh,
I wanted to say,
Wayne Wiggles gonna get hit in the back with the fucking brass knucks. Wayne Wiggles gonna fucking hit this man in the back with the brass knucks.
you, none of this is possible. They might have booed you when you came out here, but they respect you. Everyone in this business respects you because for 40 years, you have given blood, sweat, tears, and sacrifice to this business. Yeah, give it up for Regal.
Give it for Regal.
This business.
Give it for Regal.
And that's why I just wanted to say, from the bottom of my...
Oh, no, you gotta punch him with the hands. Oh, you punch him in the back with that fucking brass knuckles.
What is wrong with him?
Max. He just hit him in the back of the head with the brass knucks.
Steve Regal.
Yes. William. It's William. It's William. It's William. It's William. He hit William Regal in the back with that fucking brass knuckles.
It's funny. You still have much to learn, and yet you're the one who made a deal with the devil.
Oh.
So allow me to leave you with the same words you left me 7 long years ago. Will, the game has changed. MJF exclusively hires top talents or top world-class athletes. When you're one of them.
Oh, MJF is acting like a total idiot. Tony Khan.
Sincerely, the world champion, Maxwell Jacob Friedman.
Why don't you give that creative? You gotta give this man creative fucking freedom. Why, Tony Khan? Why'd you give this? Why'd you give Tony Khan? Why'd you give Maxwell Jacob Friedman all this fucking creative goddamn freedom?
Yeah, you saw the medical team. They were
Medical team about to fucking come. Medical team about to come anyway. And MJF is leaving. William, and then Bryan Danielson had to go tend to him. Bryan did not even get a chance to put his other boot on.
He's got all these. He got. This is really bad. We didn't see how Regal got hit.
Bryan's calling for more help, man. Bryan's calling for more help. Look, he's calling for more help. Wayne Gurney.
You know, guys, we heard last week.
You gotta bring a fucking Gurney in it.
He got on his knees in front of Moxley. Obviously, you can see he only has one boot on. He was back. We understand in the training room.
You gotta bring a fucking Gurney in.
Tough match with Dax. Yeah, of course he did. This is
now Bryan tends. Now Bryan Danielson tends to a fallen William Regal.
He was out of the building. I know. Right now, you gotta hope he's okay here.
Now Bryan Danielson is what is it? Tends to a fallen William Regal. A fallen William Regal.
Like you, Siobhan, I've known him probably.
They about to put the neck brace around around this man's neck.
26
They
years.
about to put the brace around Williams' neck. Look, they about to do it.
Whatever you want to say,
Put a brace around
has
it.
had a profound impact on this business. And basically, he was. I mean, how cowardly is to hit him from behind? I mean,
Bad.
MJF
Regal,
is a
bad.
on AEW.
It's bad.
And something needs to be done about this piece of shit.
Yes.
For somebody with the health issues of William Regal, this is.
You got it right, Tony. Something's got to be done with this piece of shit.
Yeah, this
going forward. I mean,
listen, I know Maxwell, MJF, since I've been here, and I always vouch for Max. This is really,
Taz, why did you vouch for him?
Really,
Why'd you vouch for Max?
Max, man, this is hard.
Ever since this man marking out to Rosie O'Donnell, okay? Why you knew him since he's marking out to Rosie O'Donnell, huh? Why'd you do it? Okay, Taz, why'd you have met MJF since he's marking out to Rosie O'Donnell ever since he was a fucking kid? Fuck. You knew him long enough. You knew him long enough ever since you've been there. Now I gotta go read more of this shit. Okay, we go find some. Let me read this. Let me close this at the end. What the story does do is make Maxwell Jacob Friedman look more like quote unquote the devil, because he turned on the guy. That means Regal. That means Regal. That helped him win the world title. The world title. Friedman effectively used Regal to get what he wants. The AEW world title. It's expected that Bryan Danielson, who looks at Regal as a mentor and father figure, he will be feuding with MJF moving forward. Okay. Let me erase this shit let me get out of this thing before I tell you. Right, let me bounce out this TJR wrestling shit let me bounce out this TJR shit before I have to end the stream. Yeah, I read this already. I read about CNN laying off hundreds of staffers and then halts all the live programming regarding the Morning Express show. That Robin Meade, that this stupid bitch. The bitch look like she about to start smiling, like somebody's gonna have to keep her secure. Yeah, the Lacey Evans thing. I saw that one. Yeah, tomorrow I'm about to go deal with this 15-year anniversary of with the death of Chad Butler, also known as Pimp C. I'm going to focus on that. I'm going to focus on that tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow because I'll be back here tomorrow morning for this other shit, for this other bullshit, so I can get on. Let me end this. See you tomorrow morning.